Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joyce, and you guys already know by the title of the video what we're doing today. And I have so much anxiety about it. The reason I have anxiety about it is because currently my screen time is up. It is currently, do I even want to share this with you guys? Last week's average, stop it. Don't even judge me. So last week's average was almost 6 hours a day. And to be fair, the reason that it was so high is because the kids, they're out of school. So it's our first week of like summer vacation. I've been watching shows on Hulu and Netflix, living my best life, just having fun, enjoying the start of the summer. And then also just as like a content creator, you naturally use your phone for editing photos, or I do research. And so I'm on the phone. And then if I'm being honest, I'm just on the phone. Sometimes it's nice to just mindlessly scroll, to have a distraction, to have something to do in those moments where you're not doing anything. I like to monitor my screen time because it's very important for me to be intentional in my real life. So I really want to finish this book that I'm reading, which is 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. So good so far. I'm new to Tia Williams and I really do like her writing style. Her characters are very familiar to me. There's like people you know that talk like that, or move like that, or dress like that, or sound like that, or have a story like that. Not fully, but similar. And I just love it. I love the representation. I'm just really enjoying it so far. I love that Eva's a mom. It just feels good reading this book. So right now I am on page 139 and it's like the start of chapter 13. And I am excited to dive back into this. Hey Siri, play lo-fi jazz. Me pause all of this, and I hope that you guys can hear me over the fan. Just so we don't have audio problems, let's pause the fan. I really like the relationship that she has with her daughter. Really enjoy seeing like healthy mother-daughter relationships. And I love that millennials and anybody after us, we've done a really good job of doing the work. We grew up under generations where therapy wasn't talked about, mental health was not talked about. It was just a very different time. My age group, like the millennials, we have done such a good job of trying to break generational curses. I'm not saying everyone, I'm just saying we're the generation I feel like that has started that movement. And then I think it's Gen X or Z under us, I'm not really sure, but they have come in and catapulted that journey. And I'm saying that because I'm pretty sure that Eva is a millennial. But anyway, the relationship that Eva had with her mother was not the greatest. It just wasn't. And so she just really tries to make sure that the relationship with her daughter is really good. I feel so seen in that. Now this is her daughter, Audrey. She says tweens were supposed to hate their moms. Well, let's take a step back. I like this line too. Audrey and her mom had never had an all-out brawl. They were bickerers, not fighters. Love that. Tweens were supposed to hate their moms because most mothers have forgotten how confusing it was to be 12, 13, or 14. How pointless and how powerless you felt. That is so good. But Eva got her. She validated her thoughts and her opinions. That is so good. That's so good. I love seeing this. So that's all I'm gonna say for now because I don't want it to be any spoilers. But anyway, let's continue to read. We gotta talk about this line. We gotta talk about this line. Come over here, girl. Hey, way over there. We need to talk about this line because it's so good. The relationship with her daughter, she holds to a very high regard, and her daughter is a very well-mannered, good daughter. And so when you have children like that, I can relate, where when they do something, you just feel so in shock. You feel like, where did I go wrong as a mother when they make bad choices or do something or make a mistake? And then here I just hand wrote, as moms, we feel as if we dropped the ball when our kids make mistakes. We are so hard on ourselves. Like, mom guilt is really a thing. This line says, Audrey was proud of her mom unconditionally, but because of one mistake, Eva was no longer proud of Audrey. That is so sad to me. This literally happened with me and my oldest daughter. I can say she literally felt this exact same way. She felt like she had made a mistake, she had done something, and I was no longer proud of her. And it's so sad. Oh my God. I even like that we get a little bit of the perspective from the daughter, from Audrey. So I'm really, really enjoying and appreciating this. And I just had to share that little bit with you guys. Okay, so I made it to page 163. I'm probably going to just finish up this chapter, which ends on page 169, and then I need to eat. It is 1:20. Normally, I could have gotten a lot more pages done, but obviously trying to record, it can just be a lot. So I'm not as far as I would have liked reading for an hour, but I still read 30 pages, so I'm okay with it. Oh my, things have just gotten spicy. Tia Williams just be like going there, okay? Like just all the language, darling. Okay, Shane. Oh my God, I feel so inappropriate reading this part with you guys watching me. I'll see you guys at lunch. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so disgusting. I'm pulling up to Beyond and look at all these darn fish flies. Like, it's disgusting. I can't even eat here anymore because I cannot risk getting all these nasty fish flies all over me. Okay, so first things first, that food was delicious. I am 2 hours and 2 minutes into this challenge, and girl, let me tell you, 7 Days in June is such a good book. I will say you might want to check the trigger warnings before you deep dive into the book, but I can see why it's a New York Times bestseller. It's so good. It's so heavy though. It's slightly disturbing, but it's real life. People have lived lives like this. People have experienced love and experiences like this. It's just so necessary to see characters and stories and relationships and all that in books like this. Now, I will say that page 178 was heavy. Kind of caught me off guard. Didn't really see it coming. But definitely, like I said, just check the trigger warnings. We did finally learn about the promise that he made to her, and then he broke it. So that was really good to know. And I am really just so eager to know what happened. Like, what was the actual breakup? I feel like we're about to find that out now. It's 2:53 and Tristan gets off work at 3 o'clock. I'm waiting here in the parking lot of her job, so that way when she gets off work she can just come out. Now, one thing I noticed that does help with minimizing of the screen time is to keep a book with you. So like normally when I just went to eat, if I didn't have a book, I would naturally be on my phone. So it kind of helps if you want to read more or minimize your screen time. Try to have a book with you, or at least an audio book ready to go. That way you're not just like mindlessly scrolling on social media sites, and you can be intentional about reading or whatever it is that you want to make more time for. And even now, like just waiting these little 6-8 minutes, I would normally just scroll my phone, laugh at some stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes I need to go on TikTok and I need to laugh because life gets crazy and hard, and it's just the way to unwind. But I like to limit the time because you can get lost and then not productive. And now I'm just rambling, but you get the point. So let's go. Let's start. Oh my God. So we're just walking in the house. I don't know if you guys can hear Mikey. He is singing his little heart out. Oh my God. Do you need like a little treat sometimes after you eat? Or is that just me? Favorite candy. Absolutely love Twizzlers. This was a good one. So her daughter and her finally having a conversation after their little bickering moment. And the daughter asked her, "Do I make your life harder?" And the mom's like, "No, where's this coming from?" And she says, "You said I was a burden, Mom. You said you don't have any space for a real life because I soak up all your time and energy." And then Eva says, "I didn't say that." And it's just so crazy because sometimes what we say isn't what the other person heard. And so that's why it's good to just sit down and have healthy resolution after a conflict, because now the poor thing thinks that she's a burden. You just have to be so careful what you say to these children, darling. But anyway, I know from like a lot of the times that I chime back in and give you guys updates, it's like about the mom and the daughter, and it's really a story that's so much bigger than that. That's literally just one component of the story, but I don't want to spoil things for you. And these small little moments, they just resonate with me because I am a mom of a teen girl, and I just feel seen in these moments. And so I'm just sharing so other moms can feel seen too. And what I also like here is that the mom does say, you know what, after she thought about it, like, I did kind of say that. Like, maybe not in those same words, but I did say that. But then she kind of explains to her what it is that she meant by that. And I just think that it's so important on a parenting journey. Like I said, we're human. We say things, we make little mistakes, but it's okay to have conflict as long as you can have healthy conflict and as long as you guys can come to some type of an understanding once the conflict has occurred. I literally just found a playlist. Sometimes people or authors will make a playlist that you can listen to while reading the book. That is next level dopeness. I found it on Spotify and I am just absolutely here for it, darling. It looks like Hello Sunshine might have created the list. I'm not really sure how all this works, so hopefully I'm giving credit where credit is due. I'm so excited about this. This is about to change my entire reading experience, darling. I just realized I am on page 203 and the book goes to 306 without the epilogue. I only have 103 pages to go. Like, that's crazy. And listen, the playlist, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay, so it is 5 o'clock in the evening and I have been reading for 3 hours and 48 minutes. So we are doing really good. I am on page 223. And if you remember, I started the journey at 139. And it's so good. It's so deep. It's so gut wrenching. It just makes you feel so bad for them as individuals, but then also just so happy that they're finally having this long overdue conversation. I just love it. And we finally found out what happened between them. What I will say is I had a feeling that this is what happened, not at the beginning of the book, but once they started to allude to what happened. Shane actually finally gets to meet her daughter. The dynamic and the awe of just him seeing Eva with her daughter and Audrey, the daughter, seeing Eva with Shane. And it's just all a vibe. Like, Tia Williams is a really good writer. I could completely feel the energy that was being put into the atmosphere. Let's just say that. Starting at chapter 20, baby, it's about to be some drama. It's about to be a full circle moment. This part literally has me teary-eyed, like I'm crying. I needed a deep sigh. This part is just so powerful and it's so real. And you can fully understand from her mother's point of view, and you can understand from Shane's point of view, and you can understand from Eva's point of view. It's just a lot. They were so broken and they were so hurt and they were put into this situation that they didn't have the tools to respond the best way. And so they just self-medicated and self-harmed, and they were just two broken kids that finally felt seen by each other. Oh, man. Again, no spoilers, so I can't say much more than that. Oh, this was an intense page. Hi friends, I've been reading for 4 hours and 21 minutes. Let's go. I'm crying again. I think that the music definitely aids to the vibe and the mood. I'm a mess. I'm a mess. It's almost 7 o'clock, so I had to take a little break because it was just getting so good and so intense. And although I wanted to like finish it, I still have things that I need to do. So I have been reading for, let me check. Ooh, 5 hours and 11 minutes. Only got about 30 minutes left to go. And I am on page 267, chapter 24.
Chapter Yay! 24.
Oh, that was so cute. That is so cute. If you haven't read The Perfect Find, you need to read it. This is such a good moment for those that read The Perfect Find and that are now reading 7 Days in June. I'm here for it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have hit the challenge. I did it. 5 hours and 50 freaking minutes. Who am I? Let's not forget those 20, almost 30 minutes of audio time that I did before I even got started with recording, darling. At this point, I've hit the challenge and I could technically stop, but like, I wish I would. There's literally like 5 or 6 pages or something to go, but it literally just crushed me. I didn't see this coming, but then once it was happening, I was like, here we go with this plot twist. And I don't know, let me just see how Tia wraps it up. Cause I'm like, oh, why? Anyway, let's carry on. Oh, I did it. I totally did it. I can't believe I did it. I actually ended at, I don't know how, but I like changed my stopwatch. And so it looks like this, but you can still see how many hours I was like, I read. It's fine. I ended up reading for 6 hours and 11 minutes. That was intense, but it was so much fun. This was a very good book to read, easy to devour, very heavy topics. Definitely not the ending that I was looking for. I didn't go ahead and read the epilogue right now. Oh my, it's like another 20 pages. I'll probably just read it before bed and let you guys know my final thoughts and my final rating in my June wrap up. But for now, I usually don't rate a book immediately after unless it's like a 5-star or unless it's horrible. But I kind of like to wait and sit. I don't even like to start a book right after either. I like to wait and then I won't start reading another book until tomorrow or the next day, just to kind of sit with what I just read, take away what needs to be taken away, absorb what needs to be absorbed, learn from what needs to be learned. Just enjoy. Like, I feel all that rushing to get to the next book, it's a bit dramatic. It's like, enjoy what you're reading. I personally just like to sit with it for a minute. So that is gonna do it for today's video. I cannot believe that I actually did it. I actually swapped my screen time for reading. I am so proud of me. I hope that you guys had fun. Hopefully you feel implored to challenge yourself too if you need to minimize your screen time. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. So it is the next day and I read it, and let me tell you, it is so good. This is so good. This is so good. Not reading the epilogue, it was like, okay, 4.5 stars, but like, baby, do we have a 5-star read? 5-star read? I don't know. Maybe when you watch the June wrap up, you will find out. But for now, the ending was so good. It was so perfect. And I love all of it. Oh, I'll see you guys later.